I am Diane Barrett. I'm here with May Ho in the BE Collection Special Edition, Your Vote, Your Voice. It is August 9th, 2022. So May, if you could just start expressing your feelings, your thoughts, your opinions about the recent ruling, and also your name and occupation.
Okay, my name is May Ho. I am retired. As a matter of fact, I am retired. Oh, how shall I say this? I guess important to this is that I am an ex-nun, was in the convent for about 20, almost 22 years. And left when I realized that I did not need to be in that kind of a environment to in order to live my life as a good person. So that's basically why I left. Also, I began to think and to realize that I had my own opinions, and they didn't quite like the fact that I would question them. So figured I'd leave and I'd be better off as a good person outside. Okay. So anyway, around that time, this is around 1999. So it's almost the turn of the century. And I had already begun to think, I'm not sure I care very much about political parties. So let me get that put out right away, because I had been for a good part of my life Democrat and at some point Republican. And at this particular point in time, I'm realizing that neither party really seems to care about the American people. They seem to care more about their own political platforms. So when I left and returned here to California, I registered to vote because I think that's extremely important. I registered to vote, but I am undeclared. I'm not an independent, I'm undeclared. So I've been undeclared since then. I've always thought it was extremely important to vote. Let me put that out there too. I've always felt that it was extremely important to vote, because this is how we as citizens can make ourselves heard. I'm also aware of the fact that everybody has different opinions. And what is important to me is that everyone has a seat at the table and everyone is listened to. Okay, I've already explained that, I'm an ex-nun. So of course, a lot of my opinions are formed by what I learned and what was, taught and stuff like that to me. For me, that's not the important thing. For me, the important thing is respecting what some other person has, if his or her opinion is different from mine. We talk about rights and responsibility. We have the right to free speech. Well, my responsibility is to make sure that while I have the right to express my opinion, my responsibility is to listen to yours. I may not agree with you, but I have to respect your opinion. So that's where I stand. Now, as far as the recent ruling by the Supreme Court, that's a difficult thing for me, because as I told you, my religious upbringing and formation and all that leads me to believe that abortion is not a good thing. But I cannot make that decision for someone else. Okay, I mean, I'm not God. Let me make that very, very clear. I am not God. So I have no right to judge any woman who goes through an abortion. That's not my right at all. Okay. I don't know the circumstances behind many people's decisions to have an abortion. I don't know the circumstances, so I don't have the right to judge. Okay, so I think though the problem here with the decision of the Supreme Court is that they let their religious opinion, their religious beliefs get in the way of what we as Americans can or can't do. There, you know, whatever happens to separation of church and state, that's my thing. What happened to the separation of church and state? The role of the Supreme Court is to uphold the Constitution, not to say, oh, well, I don't believe in abortion, so you know what? Let's get rid of this. That's not their role. So, quite frankly, I think the decision's awful. It's horrible. It's the wrong decision. And as many people have said, I can look ahead and I can say, okay, so what's next? What are they going to rule against next? Because of the religious beliefs. Is it, I mean, I could see, you know, gay marriage being put on the block because it goes against their religious beliefs. No, there's got to be a separation of church and state. So that's my opinion. Sorry. Yes, I think I am finished. I think though the right to vote, that's extremely important. And I have in my career, you know, being with the college kids and stuff like that, I have emphasized this, especially with the women, and tried to get them to understand you need to vote. You need to vote. You need to put your voice out there. Whatever it is you believe, you need to do it. I also learned very, very early on that when I am going to vote, okay, I can't listen to campaigns and all these different ads, and I cannot listen to that. I need to do my own research, and I need to find my own voice, my own opinion. So I do that every time that, you know, an election is coming up. I research the issues, I research the candidates. I mean, I do this painstakingly because to me, this is extremely important. And also because I do that, I'm also looking at the big picture. So, I mean, I make my own decisions based on my own research. Okay. Because hopefully, you know, I'm an intelligent enough woman to figure out what I need to figure out. So